Is the Type 15 tank a threat to India? A question that has been igniting debates among military enthusiasts worldwide. The Himalayan region, a silent witness to the ongoing tension between India and China, is now under the spotlight of the global community. Among the snow-capped peaks and treacherous terrains, a new player has emerged, the Type 15 tank. This 30-ton beast, armed with a 105mm cannon, is said to be designed specifically for high-altitude warfare. Its 1,000 horsepower engine and lightweight build allow it to navigate the mountains with ease and pose a formidable threat. But is it enough to tip the scales in favor of China? Can it outmaneuver India's armored arsenal? The answer lies not in speculation, but in understanding the capabilities of this machine. To answer this question, we need to delve into the specifics of the Type 15 tank and understand its capabilities. The Type 15 tank, also known as the ZTQ-15, is a Chinese light tank specifically designed for rapid reaction combat in regions with complex terrain. Weighing in at a nimble 30 tons, it's light on its feet, making it well suited for operation in the rugged landscapes of the Himalayas. But don't let its weight fool you. The Type 15 packs a punch with a 105mm cannon, capable of launching shells and anti-tank guided missiles. Under the hood, a 1,000 horsepower diesel engine gives it the grunt to power uphill, even in high-altitude regions. What sets this tank apart is its ability to aim at higher vertical angles than most. This makes it invaluable in high-altitude combat scenarios where hitting targets uphill is a necessity. Its lightweight, coupled with its powerful engine, makes it nimble and capable in plateau regions. Understanding the technical details of the Type 15 tank reveals why it is a potential threat in the Himalayas. India, a country with significant military strength, finds itself potentially threatened by these light yet powerful machines. Positioned on the rugged terrain of the Himalayas, the Type 15 tanks are not your average ground combat machines. Weighing in at a mere 30 tons, they might seem like the underdog in the world of armored warfare. But don't let the weight fool you. These tanks are armed with a formidable 105mm cannon, capable of firing both shells and anti-tank guided missiles. Imagine the power and precision of such a weapon in a high-altitude combat scenario. It's like bringing a cannon to a knife fight. And speaking of height, the Type 15's gun can be aimed at higher vertical angles than conventional tanks. This gives it a distinct advantage in the steep slopes of the Himalayas, allowing it to hit targets that would otherwise be out of reach. But what really sets the Type 15 apart is its engine. Powered by a 1,000 horsepower diesel engine, it has the muscle to operate in high-altitude regions where the thin air can cripple lesser machines. This means it can go where others can't, giving it a crucial edge in mobility and positioning. Combine this with its lightweight, and you've got a tank that can navigate the challenging terrain of the Himalayas with an ease that belies its power. It can effectively operate in plateau regions, outmaneuvering heavier tanks and putting India's armored arsenal to the test. In the grand chess game of military strategy, the Type 15 tanks are like nimble knights, able to leap over obstacles and strike where least expected. They represent a new kind of threat, one that combines power with agility and brute force with cunning strategy. Certainly, the Type 15 tank's capabilities in high-altitude combat conditions are something that India cannot ignore. So, is the Type 15 tank a threat to India? The answer is not a simple yes or no. In essence, the Type 15 tank, with its 30-ton weight and 1,000 horsepower engine, is a formidable force in the mountains. Its relatively lightweight and robust engine make it a nimble navigator of the steep terrains of the Himalayas. Its 105mm cannon, capable of firing shells and anti-tank guided missiles, coupled with its ability to aim at higher vertical angles than conventional tanks, make it a potent threat in high-altitude combat conditions. However, the real question isn't merely about the capabilities of the Type 15 tank. but of India's strategic planning and modernization of its armored forces. The presence of the Type 15 tank in the Himalayas does underline a potential threat, sure, but it also highlights the need for India to step up. As military technology evolves, so too must the strategies and tactics of nations. India, like any other country, must be ready to face these new challenges head-on.